Everybody? It's your girl. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Ericka from the Classy Climb blog, coming you to today talking about why my friend knocked 10,000 doors and the importance of community and investing in gardening. And I think I want to definitely start the show off with, hey, you guys, we're getting ready to fly out tomorrow to FitCon. Lots of video are going to come on the channel next couple of days. If I can grab live interviews, I will. It'll be pretty interesting. Again, if you don't know who I am, Ericka Williams, smartphone millionaire author, how to invest with real estate, people, and land from the palm of your hand. I think it's going to be a really cool week. But I have been in a lot of the different Facebook groups, even my own. It's a private Facebook group. You can get in. Links are on in the description. And what I've noticed is there is a lot of people kind of whining. There's a lot of people complaining. There's a lot of people kind of going, oh, my family doesn't support me. Somebody it's kind of like a pity party. And it's really negative because it's like, bro, the only way your family knows there's a problem if you start talking about it. The only way your family knows you're having difficulty trying to get this, wholesaling, whatever, off the ground is because you're complaining. And I was in a group the other day and this guy got all these comments. I got all these comments where he basically was saying, oh, I haven't had a deal in a year. It's so hard. And people who asked him the real questions like, what are you doing? How many doors are you knocking? How many bandit signs are you putting out? Also, he was very vague. Oh, I've been doing that. Oh, yeah, I've been doing that. Oh, I've been doing that too. And I want to go, no, you're not. No, you're not. Not enough for a whole year, no deal. And what's crazy is he said he had partners. And what it sounded like was what Aaron Clarion calls dude bro entrepreneurship, where they're getting around and they're just talking and it makes them feel good, but nothing's really getting done. You're telling me between 3 dudes, y'all couldn't go and sweep 7 neighborhoods and knock every door? I don't believe you, because I have a friend. His name is Andrew Bryant. He is a realtor here in Austin, Texas. But before he came here in Dallas, he knocked 10,000 business doors. Here in Austin, he's knocked 2,000 doors. I think he's now at 7,000 doors for a company, wholesaling company. Every time I hear in these chats, now listen, if you watch this channel long enough, I've had some complaining about wholesalers, and the complaint wasn't necessarily wholesaling as much as it was a lot of broke ass people thinking they're real estate investors, but no, they don't know any motivated sellers. They don't know any motivated buyers. They're just telling people they're a real estate investor. They ain't got no, they don't have any real estate license. They don't have any real estate background, have real estate skill. They just have this passion to tell people, yeah, I'm a real estate investor. And it cracks me up because guess what? As this economy shifts, boy, I'm so excited. I know this sounds horrible, but I'm so excited. A lot of those people are going to go back to work and shut up. They're going to stop posting all over Facebook. They're going to stop bragging all over Instagram, because when you start asking them real numbers and real data, they don't have any. This kid couldn't tell people how many doors he knocked, couldn't tell me his bandit signs he put out a week. There was no numbers to back up this. People feel sorry for me. Give me a pat on the back. Make me feel good. And that's why I've been in the past really angry with the wholesaling concept, because it's selling a lot of people the dream of them becoming a wholesaler, but many of them don't want to do the work. That's just all it is. They don't want to do the work and they want people to feel bad about it. And I just go, that is really a disservice to people who are really trying to solve their problems, trying to sell their home, trying to move on with their life. What happened to Andrew Ryan? Oh, I don't know who this is. What's up, Doug? I don't know what your deal is. Anyway, so why am I telling you that? My friend knocked all these doors and created such lead generation for our friend of JLR Homes. He literally made $1 million between his 4 flips. I think the spread on them were so big. It was crazy. And so a lot of people, I went in the comment section. I said, you know what you need to do, dude? How many bandit signs have you got? How many doors have you knocked? You need to go work for somebody. And everybody's like, find a mentor, find a mentor. And what they were really saying, find somebody who's going to invest their life and their time and their energy into you for free. And that's not what it is. You need to go work under someone. And that's why internships and apprenticeships are gold. And for some reason, especially in the Black community, there's this push against that. I don't want to do that, Ericka. I want to be my own boss. And it's like, you know what? If you want to be on your own boss, you have to be accountable for the results. If you're living at your mom and dad's house and working a crappy job, you know, your results aren't speaking highly of your input. So with that being said, the reason y'all lucky, I was being good today because I was about to just go ham. But the thing of it is that's just, and it's just the epidemic of America. There was also an article about a school teacher that got fired today or yesterday because she refused to give kids who didn't turn in anything 50%. You know, Florida's trying to improve that school's ratings. And so kids who didn't turn in any homework, didn't do anything, instead of getting zeros, they made a policy they had to get 50%. So you're creating an environment in the future of people who are just showing up and expecting credit. And what's crazy is, here's where I'm going with this. Investing, gardening, and community. Now, these are three very big different things. Now, gardening, if you guys don't know anything about credit or credit repair or people trying to rebuild their credit, they call it gardening, right? Like, you got all these cards. Let's say you got 4 new credit cards to start all over with your new credit report, and you just sit back for a minute and you let the score come up every 10, 20 points, couple months, you know, because you've been making on-time payments. See, a lot of people, what they want to do is file for bankruptcy, jump out of that and go, okay, get all that off my credit and I can start all over and mess up some new credit. And that don't work. Right? So another thing is, people go, Ericka, knock off all this stuff on my credit and I can start all over again and never have to pay anything or settle anything or pay for delete. And it's going to take a combination of stuff. It's going to take a combination of stuff. Depending on what you're trying to do, it's going to take a combination. And so some of you just need to sit in the garden and wait a little bit on the harvest. And you need to kind of know where you are. This is where self-awareness comes in so keenly. This kid is sitting there telling people he's modeling, he's doing all this other stuff. Okay, kid, you're part-time modeling. You're part-time living at your parents' house, and you're trying to be a wholesaler. Something about your story, you don't, the time and it is so frustrating, because what it really is please make me feel good about myself and tell me I'm on the right path. And I'm not going to do that. I refuse to be that person anymore. I think that's evil and sad that we're making money off telling people what they want to hear. I'm not going to do that. If you've been on this channel, you know I tell you the truth. You know I tell you, do an assessment. Where are you at? Are you credit, money, or time? If you're time, you got to get in wherever you fit in. If somebody says, hey, yeah, can you go knock 100 doors and I'm going to pay you $20 an hour? That's where you're at. That's where you're at. If that's where you have to get in, that's where you have to get in. Now, community is something different. Now, I'm going to go twofold with community. Community, the problem I see here, especially in Austin, somebody was saying, oh, it's so hard to make friends in Austin. It's so hard. Being a flaky person, yes. Yes, if you're a flake, it's hard to make friends. Also, you have to be consistent. There's a lot of kids who are in Austin. They want to go out when they want to go out. They want to sit in when it's the flakiness. And you build community through consistency. So when I first got here to Austin, I joined a church. I joined a church singles group. I went out two-stepping every Friday. I went out every Saturday. I went to every concert I got invited to. At least 5 days a week I was going. Now, maybe you're going to say, oh, that's too much for me. Ericka, I got kids. I'm married. I'm older. Hey, wait a minute. I'm going to get to you. If you're a new person, single, young person, and you're not putting in the time, I don't want to get calls and complaints and see grown men complain. There's no women. They go ask them, how many times a week do you go out? Once every other week. Where are you going to meet these women? They're going to come to your house. They're going to fall out the sky in your lap. They're going to meet you at the gym. Like these things are very exhausting to hear, because what it shows is people want the most for the least. And the top notch get the most, not the less. We already talked about this. Top notch get the most. Okay, and clearly you're not top notch. Now, Glendon had said something the other day, and I wanted to bring it up, but I don't necessarily need to. But it was talking about, like, there's 1 million folks making like $70,000, black males, and then there's like 600,000 or even less making 100,000. And if you put the two together, you listen to some of the articles, like 80% of those dudes are already married. But all these ladies out here looking for the ballers, they ain't out there. They don't exist. A lot of people in America are very poor. Why? Because they either want it hard now or want it hard later, or hard always. Now, here's where I'm going with this. Hard now is that wholesaling kid goes, knocks doors in neighborhoods he don't want to knock in. Hard now means that kid puts out 300 bandit signs. But hard now means, well, I don't want to spend the money, is what he's really saying. I don't want to spend the money on hundreds and hundreds of bandit signs that he has to put all of them out and go through hundreds of phone calls and knock hundreds of doors. He doesn't want to do that. It doesn't take a fucking year. It doesn't take a year. I can tell you right now, I drove a neighborhood, knocked on the door, asked somebody, you guys know who owns this property? Literally had a lead in a day because I just was looking at my car. What is that over there? Look at that yard. So I'm not saying closing is that easy. By no means. I'm going to bring on Nita, our friend. She's a wholesaling. She has a course. I've been putting the links in the comments and trying to encourage you guys to go check out her course. She has a really great technique where she ain't even out there knocking doors and she's getting lots of sales. And the thing of it is people don't want to put in the work. They don't want it hard now. They always think tomorrow is coming and tomorrow is coming. And the sad part is I'm meeting more and more people in their 50s and their 60s working, and they're like, ooh, I don't want to keep working. But they didn't set up anything 10 years ago. Because really, I told y'all about that book, 10-year life or 10-year something. I forgot about 10-year plan. And I laughed because he was like, yeah, the book isn't a big seller. Yeah, because nobody wants to think about a 10-year plan. And what I tell people, I phrase it as is write down on a piece of paper who you are now and who you want to be in 10 years. Like, let's say I'm Donnie Breeze. In 10 years, I want to do A, B, and C. I want to have a family. I want to do this. I want to do that. You should have a direction where you're going. Because if you don't have that written down somewhere, you're already there. Now, what do I mean? If you're not insisting on yourself or having a destination, in 5 years, you're going to look up, you're sitting on that same couch, eating them same pizzas on Friday night, doing the same thing every day. And the compound effect of that, you will see. You will see it. Period. You'll see it. And people really don't like, when I was telling people I've got a personal trainer, everybody was like, oh man, why are you doing that? Because if you don't push the ball up the hill, what does the ball naturally do? Roll down the hill. Now, what do I mean by the ball? I mean, the ball is life. The ball is retirement. The ball is a lot of things. And people may be like, man, Ericka, you're doing all these things. You're doing all this stuff. It didn't start that way. It started by adding things and rolling the ball up the hill. And the confusion a lot of people have is, well, passive income, Ericka, I want passive income. You have to do something active to get the passive income. And the bigger side of passive income is somebody preserving their money. Like somebody got $100,000 and like putting it in 20% investments is going to get them 20 grand a year. Easy money, right? Not having to do a lot of work for it. They're preserving what they already have without touching the initial investment. Many of us ain't there. Many of us don't have some grandma, some parent, somebody who left us $250,000 or $500,000. So make it hard now for a year or two so it can be easy later. Same thing when it goes to the community. See, people move to Austin and, oh, I go out and it's a lot of people, but I have no friends. I'm not dating anybody. And I go, what are you doing? Are you asking people about them? Are you invested in others? Zig Ziglar. To get everything you want, you got to give people what they want. And I'm not saying do anything immoral, but I'm just like, ask people about them. Stop being so self-focused, okay? You can't have any community that way. For many of the people y'all see me commenting and checking and talking to, O'Shea Channel, Andre Hatchett, all these people I'm interviewing and talking back and forth with, it's probably behind the scenes 6 months, a year of me messaging people, congratulating them, saying positive things on their Instagram post or YouTube post or wherever, because everybody is busy. Everybody is busy. That's really doing it. They're busy. You're not going to convince me that you've been knocking doors day and night for a year and you made no wholesale deal. You're not. Sorry. Like there's people in the group who are like, don't get discouraged. Nah, don't tell the young man right. And there's several people in there who, even a man offered him, hey man, I'll pay you to put out bandit signs for me and knock doors for me. And he was like, oh, I'll message you. Nah, he should have been saying, thank you, whatever, tomorrow. Let me call you now. Miss Cleo, call me now, okay? Here's my phone number. And that's how I know. That's how I know people are full of shit. It's just really exhausting. So you want community, you got to have consistency. Now, some of you are in your cities and you're like, Ericka, I need new community. You know, Cousin Pookie and Ray Ray and them and Jose and Julio just want to party every weekend. They want to turn up every weekend. You don't have to do that, okay? How do you create new community? Consistency. If there's RIA groups, Even if you're married with kids, you and your wife need to figure out once a month, y'all need to go there. See the people, talk to the people, see if anybody in there, can you work under this? Can you work together? Can you JV a deal? Whatever that may be, y'all gonna have to figure out how to get in. Make sure y'all hit the like button. It's 80 of y'all in here or so, or something like that, and it's 20 likes. Come on now, don't front on your girl. Hit me with the likes. But that's part of the problem. No one wants to do that. Now, investing, when it comes to investing. Actually, I want to stick on this community thing because I really am super bothered by this kid. Now, 1 to 5, 10 people. Like, remember I tell you all the time, write 150 people you know. Now, that first 1 to 10 people, those are your constant contact people. Those are usually your family, your spouse, or whoever. Those are your immediate circle that you're going to go hang out with, do stuff with. Then the next 10 to 20 people on that list, probably going to be cousins, still going to be family for some of y'all. But for some of y'all, I want y'all to take a piece of paper and write out 20 business people you know. Now, what do I mean you know? You met at an event, got a cell phone number, you copy them on Facebook, on somewhere. There's always people messaging me like, I want you to be on my team, Eric. I'm like, no, you get on my team. I'm doing stuff. Get out of here. That's just disrespectful. When you can tell when people aren't even serious enough about their craft to review you, see who you are, that's just how I know. That's how I know. They're not even taking the time. They're just shotgun methoding out messages to people, and they have no value. So then when they don't figure out a year or two later, why is my business not growing? Why is my opportunities not growing? Because you're not taking investment in anybody but yourself. If you're so busy and you're so powerfully growing, people will find you, baby. The bar is so low. If you're really out here doing it, people will gravitate towards you. Period. And I was just so upset in that comment section because people were like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's all right. You're okay. And I'm doing a funding show later on Hood Estates Elite in their program they have over there. Because what happens is people, they get in a rental situations, they buy property, and they don't have any funding. And then they go, well, I went to one bank, Erica. I called one bank, and they said no. I'm giving up on real estate. What? No, baby, you gotta. This is why when they say top 10%, top 20%, top 1%. I remember a really ugly dude back in high school, and he had all the women, but he was like every day, hey girl, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey. Like, he was funny, but mostly he just acknowledged, like, even the fat girls, even the ugly girls, even the whoever, he acknowledged them. Okay, and see, that top 10% behavior got him a lot of results. Now, that's just a thing I'm thinking of out of high school, but same thing when I was at the gym the other day. There are guys have been in there hour after hour, 2 hours a day, every day. If they took half of that energy and put it somewhere else, they could have even better results. It just is. People don't want to do what it takes to be top 20%. So you need to decide. This is the thing I've been telling people. Most people, if they just double their income, they would be satisfied. And the average person is making $35,000 a year out here in America. So if the average person got to $70,000 a year, y'all, they would be satisfied. They'd be satisfied. And everybody turning around talking about $1 million. If you just get to 200,000, I know a lot of dentists. I know an eye doctor, and I know one other guy, plumbing business. They had 200,000. They always vacationing. They always living it up. Like, man, that man go to Europe 4 times a year. And what people don't understand is when you make these real big, like, oh yeah, I'm getting $1 million, but you don't tell me how, and I can look at you and tell you don't do that kind of work. I know you put 10,000 hours into a video game, or 10,000 hours in eating chicken wings, or 10,000 hours into taking naps. Like, I can tell. You ain't fooling nobody. You're not fooling nobody. Don't lie to yourself. So, sorry, had to say that. I was getting a little perturbed earlier. I'm gonna go through some of these comments. Definitely, you guys hit that like button. Help get Skynet on our back here. What's up, Donnie Breeze, Derek Bailey, Miss Vegan? Good day. Hello, everybody. Yeah, if you have to have the right mindset and put in the work in order to get results. Exactly, Camilla. Like when I talk about getting obsessed, Grant Cardone book was still the right answer. You have to get obsessed. Like, you have to say, and you ever hear people when they lose all this weight, they go, I was disgusted with how I looked. So I did something about it. That's kind of how people have to get. You have to get disgusted with the finances and go, you know what? This year we will double the income. How do we do that? How do we get there? And honestly, the easy answer is what people don't want: hard work. Right? Like there's a lot of people like, oh, Ericka, the recession gonna come. I know, and a bunch of people gonna get up and go back to work. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm talking about no office job, no kind of like hiding behind these big companies because companies gonna be trimming the fat. You're gonna see a lot of men go back and go to trucking. You're gonna see men go back and go to welding and framing and like plumbing and learning skills. You're gonna see a return to that because they don't have a choice. Right? Because they didn't prepare in plush times for lean times. You know? So that's what's up. Miss Vegan, he should either focus on modeling or real estate. Exactly. And he's like modeling at little events, which I'm not knocking the model. If he's modeling, he's modeling. But what I'm saying is, where does all that doesn't fit together? Be congruent in your lifestyle, right? So like when I made Grandview Acquisitions, I'm being congruent in my lifestyle that I'm investing in real estate in a group, but I'm also still on auction.com all the time. I'm still on buildingdetroit.org. I'm still finding auction properties. So either I'll keep that property under my company's umbrella or I'll sell it to somebody if all else fails. And that's the thing. It's like it has to be in congruency. Like I've always been in real estate, either as a real estate agent or as an apartment girl or something, doing work for the offices. Something in that line has stayed congruent. And so the community I've built have been people in that line, real estate agents, realtors, people to work with in that frame of mind. People don't think about that. Like you hop all over the place, which is fine. Just take a minute, look all over the place. But when you start trying to build a community, a professional community, they need to see consistency. T. Kelly, he lying like a rug. He better grab his Uber Eats bag and get some cash. Girl, people too good for that. I'm too good for that, Eric. I got a college degree. I don't really care. Like what's gonna happen is this recession is gonna make liars out of people because people are sitting out here on the gram and doing all this shit. And here's the difference. And be very careful. Some of these people I know, young people, own a house and house hacking. You know, or own an old house and did the repairs, some of them slowly themselves. So yeah, they can afford to travel. They can afford to do a lot of stuff. Some of y'all in apartments though, y'all gonna be paying. There's no assets in your banks. There's no assets to you. There's nothing in your asset column to prevent you from sliding into absolute poverty. So there's a lot I could say, but I'm gonna be good. You can't give your 100% doing too many things at once. Exactly, Miss Vega. Miss Vegan. Vegan? Is that what that is? I thought your name was Vega. Puerto Rican. Sorry, I've got a Puerto Rican cousin. Donnie Breeze, wholesaling works, but taking effort, constant marketing, I think is what you're saying, and a good partnership with an experienced investor. Exactly. Like Donnie Breeze, there's a list you can buy of all the cash buyers in the United States, or if you want to just narrow it down to one area, one state, you can buy that list. But people don't want to spend $200 a month. It's a fee with it. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what blows my mind. I'm like, do you want to know who got money or you don't? Because it's not a lot of people, right? You can get this cash buyers list and see who's got cash and buying things in your area. But people be like, nah, man, I ain't gonna spend no money. I'm gonna just start talking to strangers, yo. Bro. Move with that shit. Move with that shit. What's up, good people? Mindset Minute. Oh gosh, it popped up. Hold on, let me get back up. All right. Sky Club, I love how you keep it 100. I have stocks, real estate, and I need credit repair though. You almost there. You almost there. Keep going. Priority. That's right, Derek Bailey. Wow, Jason, congratulations. Listen, it's never too late to go back and get certifications and upgrades in your life. The key here is just like, do the math. Colonel Sanders was 60 years old and was like, oh, this ain't hitting. This ain't hitting whatsoever. And took it to the next level. Because a lot of y'all live like y'all gonna die in 5 years or some shit. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna live a long life. I plan to. I mean, I plan on living another 50 years, 50, 60. You know, I keep telling people, what if your parents live another 30 years? You haven't put the thought in like, oh, I might have to put some money in on that. I might have to throw in on that. Love the relentless Erica. Can't wait to dive deep in the real estate, looking to do VA rentals. You mean Virginia rentals? Oh yeah. I mean, Virginia's got a hot market too. And so here's the thing, people, I'm saving this video for sometime later in the week. I'm gonna see if I can get the group together and do a video about what to do if a recession happens, what to do in real estate. And they're all in different segments, right? You got Charm City Buyers, 18 rentals up north in Baltimore. You got Nita doing wholesaling all over the country. You got the Key Resource, got plenty of rentals, $100,000 or whatever a year in rentals. You got several people in that group who are in different aspects of real estate. And guess what? Last recession, the people who had rentals are the people who stayed afloat, stayed consistent. People are like, oh, Eric, I know people who lost everything. They may have, but they were over leveraged. Most people got real low cost, 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand houses and just renting them out for like 800 forever. They fine. Trust. Hello. Love it. Gotta stay consistent. Exactly, Michael Muse. Be pressed or be average. Great book. This video is like a wake-up call. Good job, Rick. I'm telling you, listen, Chris Lee TV gonna own a fleet of trucks, y'all, in the future. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you guys hit the like button today. Let's see what else we got. Jessica Hammett, it mostly focuses on tax lien. I'm going to be interviewing two of the people in our group for a little bit of their view on what they did in, because I have three people. One person did a tax lien certificate in Ohio, and then in Indiana, and then another two people did tax lien certificates in Alabama. So I want to interview them. But at the end of the day, you need to specialize, Jessica. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but like, go on. If you take the course and you see the site we go on, it gives you so many options. Tax liens, foreclosures. What happens is people spread out too thin. Hammer this thing down. Tax liens are getting you interest on your money. Your money's just sitting there doing nothing. Mostly people that are buying tax liens are trying to get interest on their money. When people start trying to get a tax deed and they got a whole house, I got a whole house, Ericka, for like 500 or 1,000. Okay, what's the condition of the home? It needs like 40 grand. Do you have 40 grand? No. I'm just gonna sell it. Okay, so I mean, I get the transactionalness. People want to have a lot of transactions under their belt, but at the end of the day, it's like a long-term thinking. Jason, well, you know, here's the thing, Jason. I don't believe that. Like, what I see is there's a lot of tech opportunities. The other day, I told you I was at a construction site, saw at least 12 black guys come out together in a pack, 2 cars. I was like, whoa, where they going? But the thing of it is you have to have trades. And trades just isn't construction. Trades is HVAC repair, plumbing, you name it. It's more than just what people think. It's also cybersecurity is a trade because it's offered at community college, and entry level it's $80K a year. There's a lot of things that are going to fall under security, but it's going to deal with technology that people need to get under there. Network administrator. They're offering free network administrator over here at ACC Community College. And several of the tech people in the comments are like, oh, that's a lower level thing. It doesn't matter. If you're some kid who ain't got no job and now you go to ACC for free and now you can get into one of these tech companies over here, you got your foot in the door. Now you can go higher and grow yourself and get the other certifications you need to get higher up in that company. I hear you, Donnie Breeze. Chris Lee TV. I really enjoyed the U-Haul video. People always moving, and U-Haul is you got to do it yourself. Exactly. It's not like they have movers and people could be liable for your stuff. It's mostly do it yourself. DIY. Are you going to drop the cash bar links in private? Are you saying the cash list where you can buy the cash buyers list? I think that's what you're trying to say. Watching your channel, I plan to get certified in Salesforce. I'm telling you, Cam put all the links up in the private Facebook group. Do the GWalk. What book should I get? Is Smartphone Millionaire book good? GWalk, go watch. I have over 1,400 videos on this channel. I talk about books all the time. It's not the books, it's the action. And people are like, Ericka, I want the books so I can renew my mind. And I'm like, get some action under your belt. Like, get a certification Udemy and then take action. A little bit, take action. A little bit, take action. What happens is people like read and read and reading. And I go, what you gonna do? I don't know. I'm gonna read some more. So I'm always encouraging y'all, even if you don't get any of my books, if you don't get anything I've written, get out here and take some action in a direction. Pick a direction. Oh, he said, are they going to drop the link in the cash buyers list in the private group? Yeah, I'll drop it in the private group. I'll drop it in the Facebook group later today. Char Love, it depends on what you're trying to do, baby. Need more info. Miss Insane in the membrane. What is that? That's interesting. A property owner is trying to talk me out of getting a home off the auction. Do people really tear the house up out of anger? Miss Insane in the membrane. Punch that property owner in the face. No. Now, the homes in auction sometimes are just people have already left them. They're vacant. You know, they gave it to the bank. A lot of auction.com processes a lot of homes from the bank. So people are not even in them, right? People got divorced, something happened, they gave it back to the bank and they walked on out the door. So a lot of those homes aren't tore up, but Miss Insane in the membrane, that's thinking. That's that crappy thinking, that stinky thinking of like, well, it's going to have problems. And I don't want no problems. I want an easy life. There ain't no easy life. Working uphill, you got to choose your hard now or hard later. There's something my friend says, if you're going to be dumb, you better be tough. And what people are doing with these new cars every 2 minutes and stunting on the gram, they better be tough because it's about to get real hard in this economy. Man, I love this title. I had to like on my way in. What's up, everybody? Yeah, my friend Andrew Bryant. Sorry, Andre Hatchett and Andrew Bryant. They're like people I call all the time. He's also my co-partner in other businesses, but he knocked 10,000 doors in Dallas area. Businesses, every bit, like, and took good notes and took numbers, and he can tell you who was there and who's the manager and who's who. End up knocking residential, not business, but residential, probably close to 7,000 homes here. I remember I keep having to ask him what's his number because the number keeps growing. But guess what? Our friend who owned a flipping company, he was a wholesaler basically. He paid him $20 an hour to go knock, I don't know if it was 50 doors or 20 doors, but basically generate leads, generate homes that he thought were banquet, my mouth is just done today. They were empty, abandoned, or they looked like the home was in distress, like bad grass, bad stuff. Now listen, some people are like, Ericka, I get tired of people sending me letters asking them, am I trying to sell my home? Well, stop being a bum and cut your front yard and clean your front of your house up. A lot of that comes from, it looks like crap outside, so people think you can't control it or you can't maintain it. That's all I'm saying. Also, even when it's raggedy and there's people living in it, sometimes those are just renters. I drove by a house the other day with a very cheap, raggedy, for rent by owner sign, and the grass was as high as the sign. And I'm like, who's going to rent this of quality? What person of quality is going to rent this? That's really what we're asking. What person that respects your house is going to rent that? All right, Joshua Hill, do you think it's possible for a trucker to transition out of truck through real estate, even though they're always travel? Yes, Joshua Hill, but here's the thing. You're going to have to, what happens is there's levels to it. You can work with turnkey companies, have that bad boy rented out, already fixed. See, what everybody's trying to do is get in for the low. Ericka, I want those $1,000 Detroit houses. Okay, well, that $1,000 house is going to need $15K at work. Who's going to get in there and do it? 15 to 20K sometimes, depending on the house. Sometimes you need to bump it up just a little bit, and get you the 50K house that's already cleaned up, already done, ready to go. Rent it on out. Down payment's going to be 10 grand. Right? So a lot of times, can people transition out of something? Sure. But you got to have a plan in place. Like, you know, get you a few rentals under your belt. A lot of people's lives could be very different with 3 to 4 or 5 rentals. And I'm saying it like, oh, you're saying it's so easy. It's not that it's hard because most people aren't trying to do what's hard. Can I be honest with you? Most people are trying to do what's really easy. Like, everybody, let's just go do this because it's real easy. People don't want to do what's hard. So if you do what's hard, you're already going to get paid. Hello, Wayne Johnson. Yes, Camilla, you have to be consistent. It's all right, Charles Ogilvy. Everyone wants the easy. I mean, again, it's hard now or hard later. And what we're seeing in our economy is a lot of old people go back to work because they didn't work hard when they were young. Some of these people did work hard, but they ran out of money. Ran out of money. Okay, so now they got to go back to work. Grandma and grandpa got to go back to work. They helping daughter, they helping grandchildren. They got to go back to work. So you got choices: hard now, hard later, or hard always. I see some people going, it's gonna be hard always. I've seen ladies work for 6 months out of the year, and then all of a sudden they get a tax refund check of $8,000. I've seen it, and they quit their job and they don't go back to work till later in the year for seasonal work. I mean, I've seen this mess over and over. I used to work in H&R Block for 3 years, and you'd be like, what's happening? People would push their life down to so low, so cheap. They cook all the dinners at home. They'd be real cheap. And that's what would happen. So I told you guys, you're going to see a lot of people move back into rural areas. And you're going to see a lot of people in these, the gentrified neighborhoods. Unless it's like solidly 50-50 white and black, or 50-50 hipsters, 50-50. Some of these houses, people are going to be like, yes, it's safe to live over here. Now I'm going to move even further into downtown or somewhere safer. So now you got a really nice house that you're going to have to lower some price on. I mean, gentrification can work multiple ways. That's all I'm saying. Aaron Black Leslie will be checking out the Building Detroit website. I'm looking to invest in Detroit. Aaron, I thought you got approved already. Yeah, I mean, so basically later, I'm not going to tell y'all the dates because I don't want y'all to just show up, but I'm going to be in Detroit and I'm going to be filming some of my show, a rehab show, and some other stuff. But a group of us will be up there driving around. So Ericka Nicole, do what sucks because it pays nicely. One of the best things I can ever tell y'all to go watch is American Greed, for one, and number two is Blue Collar Millionaires on CBC. One of the best shows, hand down, you could ever watch in your life. Now, why do I say this? A lot of times, again, doing what sucks. One lady had porta potties. She ain't never touched no porta potties. She got staff to touch all the porta potties, and they're gonna all be there. It's so crazy. And go check it. Go check it out. There's another lady that her husband grows dirt worms. It's crazy. Like, they grow dirt worms and they sell those worms to farmers and chicken plants and all this other stuff. Like there's stuff that can be done. It's just not gonna be easy. You have to decide, right? Thomas Jackson, can you use FHA loan to get the real estate? Thomas Jackson, yeah, if you're gonna live there. If you're going to live there and in a year from now tell HFJ, oh, I'm going to move further in town or something. But what people are trying to do, again, that's trying to get in there easy at 3.5%. There's a lot of programs, a lot of ways. Exactly. Miss Insane in the Membrane. If you're looking for somebody to invest in with you in Detroit, mention at Charles Ogilvy. Mention Todd Capital. Maybe you're new to this channel. There's a lot of people investing in Detroit. There's a lot of ways to do it. Ericka Nicole, I love those shows. They're good shows. They're good shows. There was a 26-year-old kid on there. No, he was 30 by the time he was on there. But he started at 26 with an HVAC company. And then he was a millionaire by 30. And he did a little bit of interviews, a little bit of door knocking, all kind of stuff. You have to, like, I don't know where this is coming from, where people think, yeah, Ericka, I watched a video on YouTube and this wholesaler told me I could go knock a couple doors and get a $30,000 check. What's going to happen in this recession is people are going to have to take a haircut. Those 30K deals, you're going to be taking 2 and 5K and being happy. And go sit down. I'm telling you, it's going to get real. There's one American Greed show, and there's one show, oh God, what is it called? It's on CBC. You guys will see it. There's a ton of people just renting cars, these Lambos, these other cars, like just the stunt on people, for a few hours, a few days. And they had credit card fraud. And it was like a ring of people frauding credit cards so they could get a Lambo for a couple hours, for a day or two to stunt. And I'm like, we for real right now? You got 1 in 3 men, 19 to 34, living at home with their parents and people doing Lambos? You got 1 in like 5, I think, or it's like a big number difference. And women living at home? Like, it's a smaller number, but that's an epidemic, bro. That's an epidemic, yo. You gotta get your money together. And my problem with all this is people are living like good times gonna go always. And they could. Well, guess what? You know what? If no recession happens in 6 months, oh, egg on my face, and 6 months to a year, no egg on my face. Ericka, see, nothing happened. We're all living good times. But you should be investing as though lean times will come. You should be investing like you want to live to 80. Some of y'all living like you're going to die at 40. I don't know what y'all trying to do out here. I mean, people every day of the week, no insurance, no health care, smoking cigarettes all day. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Charles, how can we talk off this? Miss Insane the Membrane, Todd Capital. You can go on Todd Capital. It's not, I'm not hiding them. You know, you can go on there, Todd Capital, invest. You can invest in Detroit. And also Andre Hatchett's always on here. There's lots of links. You must be new to the channel. Ericka Nicole, I think the key is being able to see opportunities when they come. I plant seeds for later. Very true. Very true. So again, something I'll talk more on later in the fall. But again, a lot of these auctions, auction.com, all these sites, people are like, Ericka, how can I get in there? And then they don't even have money to get in, the fee to get into the auction, right? If you don't even got the fee to get in the auction, like yes, there's funding that can be happening on the other side, but like, you gotta get your money right. So you can at least have the fee to get into the auction. Same thing with car auctions. People are like, yeah, I love going to car auctions. Okay. Still got to have the money to get the cars. Got to have some money to fix them up. You ain't got to fix them up all at one time, but you got to be building here. So I'm going to get off here. You guys have been great. I think it's good info, good stuff. All right. So in the comment section, I think you can see I've been putting bundle 1 and bundle 2 up in there. Again, October 1st prices, I'm not going to say they double, but they go up pretty high because we have 2 new staff members. I'm filming a rehab show in Detroit. I'm doing some other stuff. You know, if you want to get in, you might want to get in now. Also, for those of you who are like, Ericka, I know you're going to be at this big old house in Orlando. You're going to be down there for FigCon. Some of the stuff's going on. In the comment section, I have live Q&A session. It's called Grab a Seat at the Table. It's essentially, it's going to be all of us on there for 2 hours plus, answering questions, any questions you have, Q&A, similar to this style. So if you want to grab that, you can. Private Facebook group link is over there as well. You guys, just, you know, I'm trying to do all that I can to benefit and help people. A lot of people are like, Ericka, why even waste your time? And, you know, the sad part is it's not a waste of time. The more people we can pull up as we go up, the better, even the better, right? And a lot of times people say, well, Ericka, you should give all this stuff for free. You should give everything for free. And you know, here's the truth. We've done those experiments before. They don't work. People don't value free. They just don't. They don't value free. They don't value it unless it's sweat equity off their brow. They don't value it. So people pay, they value it. So again, in the links below, I'm putting that. And bundle 1 is the tax lien course and the marijuana investment course. Bundle 2 includes those 2 things plus 1-page business plan, financial freedom starts in the basement, laptop to ATM class, tax lien course, marijuana investment course. I'm telling y'all, you know, time to get your stuff is now. Let me go ahead and add this here. There we go. Nope, there's no special on the consults. They actually have to double. I'm literally going to be at conferences. From sun up to sundown, I'm going to be at a conference in the daytime. I'm going to be at a mastermind in the afternoon. There's no time for me to pretty much talk to people. So those things are going to have to double as well. Jamaica, it was very little. I only bought, so here's the thing on the Nike stock when people were asking me about it. I bought some Nike stock. I only bought 2 shares, and it was mostly a protest. It was like, I will protest with my money. I will put my money where I think it needs to go. Same thing when it comes to other stocks. Like, we'll talk about that in the live investing Wednesday course, which I'm sorry, you guys, we just won't have it this week. We're gonna have it next week when I'm actually in North Carolina, or I'll be in Nashville that day. I'm not certain. And that's where we can talk about it. A lot of the stocks I choose and why I chose them. A bulk of them are dividend stock, but also I choose individual stocks for certain reasons, right? We're going to go over in the marijuana investment course. I'm going to interview a few other people I want to put on there and get their take on things. And then also in November, I'm going to the marijuana investment conference in Las Vegas. And so I think that's going to be a vital conference. It's going to be probably life-changing, because at the end of the day, what's happening is they're putting it in pain medicine. They're putting it in sleeping aids. They're putting it in everything. And people are all, there's still some people with some like, I'm not going to put people's demise, profit from people's demise. And that's just so short-sighted. There's actually kids who are suffering from epilepsy and all these different weird autoimmune diseases, and marijuana actually very much helps them. And so there's certain things in these drugs that are helping old people, and they're helping children and cancer patients and even military soldiers. So I saw a question, but it looked like it went away. I think it said, ask me when was the recession coming, I think. Uh-oh. I'm going down to see. Any other questions before I jump off here? Any other questions, you guys? I'm looking. Any other questions that are related to the importance of investing, gardening, or community? And again, somebody was asking about Detroit. How do you invest in Detroit? Jump into community. Todd Capital. We're in an investment community over there. Black Seed Fund Group, making a community over there. That's how you get in these things. That's how you build up community. Oh, I see what you said, Charles. Charles, I may go by and film it, but I got to see what's going on over there. Aaron Black Legacy, what's up. I mean, when I'm in Detroit, I think the week we're going, I'm gonna be in coats and whatnot, but we'll see if it's cold. So anyway, I don't see any more questions, so I'm gonna bounce out of here. Thank you guys for participating today. Definitely hit the like button before you roll out, because it's 110 of y'all in here and it's only 61 likes. And in order for us to build a vibrant community in here, talking about and sharing some of the cool stuff coming up this week, VidCon, live interviews, live on the spot stuff, we gotta like it. We gotta make sure we let Skynet know we're in here. We in here. Let me see what else. Any other questions? Also, for those of you who are trying to join the private Facebook group, it's in there. The links are in there. Let me look over one more time. Also, private Facebook group, I'll be messaging you guys over there about that list. So everybody, this is Ericka from the Classy Climb blog. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Thank you for supporting the channel. It's been 5 years. Some changes are coming, but it's going to be super fun. So everybody, this is Ericka, Classy Climb blog, author of the Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest from the Palm of Your Hand, People, Real Estate, and you name it, right? You guys, I'll see you guys again. Miss Insane in the Membrane, got that tax lien bundle. Big fan of what you're doing. Thank you, Miss Insane in the Membrane. Again, anybody who is purchasing 24 to 48 hours, give me a break. I think it's like 130 of y'all still. I'm still manually enrolling, making sure you have the right emails, making sure everything's cool, because a lot of times y'all buy with one email, want a different email. So again, for those enrollments, it's coming. As soon as I get you in there, I email you, make sure you're in there. So I'll make sure to check hourly, even while I'm at the conference, I'll check. There's a link I can check and make sure you're getting enrolled. So, all right, everybody, this is Ericka, Classy Climb Vlog. Have an awesome day. We may come back with a second show. We'll see how it goes today.